Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Midweek War. I am Mad Mike. You all know me, and we are here to talk NXT. And with me, as always, is the voice of Inspire Pro Wrestling, Eamon Paton. How are you, sir?
I am very excited to be talking about this show this week.
Excellent. Well, as we broke last week, Samoa Joe is the NXT champion. They kind of touched on that a little bit. But Eamon, what was your word this week?
My word for this week was it'll go towards my good, but my word for this week is revival.
Ah, okay. My word this week is pandemonium. I'm going to explain why. Trust me. Eamon, what is your good for NXT this week?
The revival's fucking great.
Yeah, they are.
They're really fucking good. I love this match this week, or all the stuff they did this week. They really are showcasing that they're more than just kind of two like normal guys, like that are just like normal wrestlers. Like they're bringing some personality and some like viciousness into this, which I really like. First off, they had a match with former Chikara Campeones de Parejas 3.0, where they kicked the shit out of them. Like, I just love the parts where he was literally just like throwing kicks to his back, like on the floor, like just like "fuck you, I'm gonna kick your ass" sort of thing. I also really love them doing the powerbomb clothesline spot that they tried to do at Takeover, and Dash Wilder yelling at the end, "That's for all you Botchamania folks."
That's pretty great. They're real, like they're learning from the Kevin Owens school of keep yelling during your matches.
They're really fantastic at it. And I really do buy them being like a great tag team. Like I buy them being like one of the best tag teams right now. Like it's not just, oh, you guys are, asshole heels. Like you're really good at what you do. So I enjoyed that. And then they beat up the Hype Bros, which is always a good thing.
Well, yeah. And, further, it gets a new feud going, which is good because we need that in NXT. My good this week is going to go to Eva Marie. I think this was easily her best actual match in NXT. The improvement is very marked. Like, she's getting a lot better. And Asuka made her look like $1 million. And we got the tease of Asuka and Nia Jax. And honestly, I thought it was a great segment. And Corey Graves putting over Eva just keeps getting more and more over the top. And it's awesome.
Yeah. I do give a lot of credit to her for hanging in there and doing as much as she can. I really hope that she gets back to like what I really liked about her recently was the like we said with the revival, like the Kevin Owens thing of like yelling and saying stuff during matches. I wish she did more of that. But yeah, she hung in there, and that's always cool to see because I mean Asuka's can be intimidating, I think, for somebody to be in the ring with her, not just from a storyline perspective, but from probably a shoot perspective. Like,
yeah, absolutely. Like, and especially, like, I don't know how good their relationship is backstage, but it's got to be a little bit more difficult because I don't know how well Asuka's English is.
Yeah. I mean, some stuff in wrestling, it's interesting to see how that works, but it's got to be intimidating. Like that's the one thing that made me immediately like super impressed with Dana Brooke was that first match that Asuka had where it's like, oh, Dana's holding her own. And it's cool to see that she's able to hold her own with somebody like her. Like, and I think Eva, I think she did the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, Eva's steadily becoming improved. And you know what? So is Carmella.
I really liked Carmella's match with Elias. I really liked that match, actually.
Yeah, for her singles debut, Elias did really good, too.
Yeah. They're building a good division right now in NXT.
What was that move that Carmella used to set up her submission?
Well, because she does the sequence she does is like that sort of single Bronco Buster thing in the corner, and then she does like a flatliner almost.
Okay, yeah, it was the flat because I'm like there was something that she used that I didn't remember seeing her used before, or at least as effectively. It was the flatliner into the. It looked really good.
Yeah. She's coming along really well. I think she's somebody who you could like if. I think they didn't bring her up to the main roster with Enzo and Cass, but there is a lot of divas right now on the main roster.
Oh yeah, she would have gotten lost in the shuffle.
However, like she could, in theory, be on there and hold her own. You know.
Oh yeah, and you can always bring her up later too. Like once Enzo and Cass are more established, just bring her in, like they did with NXT. Like we'll eventually. In fact, I would not be surprised if when they bring up Bayley, they also bring up Carmella.
Yeah.
Like the Baymella against your Team Bads, or whatever kind of faction stables of divas you have left.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't be surprised. All right. So Eamon, what will be your bad this week?
My bad for this week. Probably just the fact that I don't know. I get obviously they had to show the Joe stuff from Lowell.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they showed more.
Yeah, I thought they were going to show us the whole match.
Yeah, they were very like when they were advertising that you were going to get to see what happened in Lowell. It's like, yeah, but we kind of already seen clips in that online, so it's like, what's the point of, you know what I mean? Yeah. I think it was just a little bit misleading. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I thought they were going to show the whole match, but I guess my bet is that because it was a house show, the whole match wouldn't have fit on their TV time.
Yeah, and also the way they do the house show stuff, like they had cameras obviously, but they didn't have enough cameras to do, at least from what it seemed, not enough cameras to sort of produce a full match.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because you have to have at least two. You have to have some level of like switching and stuff like that.
You have to have at least a hard camera and one mobile cam.
Yeah.
All right. My bad this week is gonna go to the main event. With Shinsuke versus Elias Samson. Not because it's a bad match.
It's perfectly fine.
Yes. The reason I'm giving it my bad is because I saw a better version. I went to NXT this week, hence the pandemonium in Poughkeepsie.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah. And I treated myself to the signed poster for everyone, which is awesome. And yes, I did get to see Nakamura versus Elias Samson. And the match they had in Poughkeepsie was amazing. Like it started off with like Samson dodging one kick and then immediately crawling over to a corner to cry to his guitar and kissing it. And as soon as he got back out of the corner, Nakamura went over and grabbed an air guitar and started playing it, and Samson was covering his ears.
Jesus.
And then he broke the air guitar over his knee.
See, why wouldn't they show that? Why wouldn't they do that in this match?
Amazing.
That would have made that would have fucking curbed any heat that's on Elias Samson right now.
Amen. It was and Elias Samson was hated, and the good kind of solid heat the Honky Tonk Man used to get, like, it was fucking perfect. Like, and then he threw the broken guitar into the crowd, and people scattered.
Like, seriously, like if they did that in this episode, like that would have turned so many people around on Elias Samson.
Yeah, and Elias Samson in Poughkeepsie was great. I mean, he was great on this episode too. The match was perfectly fine. There was nothing wrong with it. I just happened to see a better version of it. It was super fun. But yeah, I mean that's my only bad for this week because I really liked NXT this week.
But yeah.
All right. So Eamon, what will be your change this week?
That's a good question. God, maybe just going to my bad. Maybe just put more into the Balor Joe thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Something, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean my change would have been make the Samson Nakamura stuff a little bit more fun. That's it. I mean, you know, I know they can do it. You know, it would, because I mean I described the spots to you and you lit up like a Christmas tree. Like that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I agree. I wish they would have. I don't know. I wish I feel like I've mentioned this before on the show, but I wish NXT would kind of go back to that whole era before they got on the network, where like they were doing ridiculous stuff. You know what I mean? Like where like the Tyler Breeze character was really fun with the whole selfie stuff, and like, you know, they weren't afraid to do weird, like Colin Cassidy and Aiden English were having sing offs and stuff like that. Like,
Well, did you see Aiden brought that back a little bit on
yeah,
on
yeah,
Raw?
yeah. Yeah, I want more of that because I feel like that stuff would help characters like Elias Samson.
Well, see, the thing is, I think it's harder to do that now because NXT has changed as a brand.
Yeah.
NXT has kind of become the place to go for really bitchin' wrestling.
Yeah, and that's good, and overall that's a good thing. I just wish they would embrace that side.
I think if they had more than an hour a week, they'd probably do more stuff like that again. But I mean, you have to get as much.
Like
as
I
you
miss
can
seeing
on the
like
show.
Tyler Breeze like taking us a backstage look at the producing of his new song and stuff like that. Like I miss that kind of stuff. Like
Mhm. Yeah, or I mean the segments we got to introduce Carmella,
yeah,
like she was their hairdresser.
now it's just like it's kind of fall into that. It's not as bad, but like kind of fall into that Ring of Honor stage where like everyone's a wrestler.
Do you think breaking ground kind of hurt that?
Kind of, but I like Breaking Ground. Like
Yeah, me too.
you know what I mean? Like I liked it. I think it's got a place, and I appreciate the whole like we have great wrestling here sort of style. But like I don't know, like I think it hurts certain characters in certain ways.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think like, and we should probably mention this because we mentioned on Impact. Eric Young is in NXT.
Yeah.
And I'm not even saying spoiler alert because WWE sent out a fucking blaster their app. So if you watch NXT, they told you.
In fairness, I think it's the episode that airs next week.
Yeah.
Because they finished up the Access stuff, I think.
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, Eric Young, I think he can bring some of that like crazy stuff, like some of the fun stuff there. Bobby Roode, I don't know necessarily because they haven't announced him showing up yet, unless there's something on the spoilers that we haven't heard of. But who knows? I mean, I think that they're both known to have a pretty decent time. Like especially if they pair Roode up with Aries, again, have them go against like the Revival or Jordan and Gable. That would be a lot of fun. I'd be all aboard on that. But all right, so Eamon, where did you rank NXT? And keep in mind, we only saw 3 shows.
NXT is my number 2. There is a number 3 that is a show we did not watch, as aforementioned. But no, it was good. It was a good episode of NXT. I'm excited for the new tapings back at Full Sail to see where things go forward and how things progress. So yeah.
Yeah, NXT is gonna be my number 2 also this week. If I could throw in the NXT Poughkeepsie show I saw, it might be number 1. But we're just doing the network product. But by the way, if you have a chance to go to NXT house shows, fucking go. They are so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
They are a blast and a half. Like they really, really are. The tickets weren't that much. We had pretty decent seats, and the crowd was not as annoying as Full Sail, which was nice. All right. So, Eamon, where can the good people of the internet find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Eamon2 Please. You can also check out the wrestling company I'm involved with, which is Inspire Pro Wrestling, over at InspireProWrestling.com.
All right, and you can find me at MadMike4883 on the Twitter machine. If you want to see me live tweet stuff that we have for the show and get some of the gems and jokes that I don't use on the air, just go to @Mayhem Show and follow the hashtag MM. You'll get to see my live tweets. I definitely always do Impact and Lucha. Sometimes I get to NXT. Sometimes I get to Ring of Honor. It depends on my time schedule and availability of the shows. All right, so for Eamon Paton, I'm Mad Mike, and this has been your Midweek War.